Now we will be looking at the celebrity and athlete Tom Brady, where he was mainly asked about Aaron Rodgers and is given label as the GOAT. Rodney Harrison asked Tom Brady about who his childhood idol was, and Tom Brady said his idols were Joe Montana and Steve Young due to the fact that he was a 49ers fan. These two quarterbacks mentioned were some of the best of their generation, and it doesn't come as a surprise that Brady wanted to be just like them. Rodney Harrison asked Brady about what Rodgers can do that he couldn't, to which Brady said he could throw the ball well on the move in an elite way. Rodney Harrison asked Tom Brady about what came into mind when he said Aaron Rodgers, to where Tom Brady responded and said the solo word, spectacular. He is one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Tom Brady said he prepares his body physically. Now let's jump into the next question. Rodney Harrison asked about his thoughts on Aaron Rodgers having the ball in the final minutes of the game. Brady said he was worried since he saw Rodgers win games in the final minutes too many times. Tom Brady was asked about his career, and he said he just loved the game. Tom Brady said he was lucky to have football for a career. Tom Brady said he wanted to raise his game when playing Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers. As to the question we're all here for, Rodney Harrison asked about his thoughts on being mentioned as the best ever. Brady said he didn't like it very much, since he finds it uncomfortable and that he still viewed himself as the underdog he was back then. This is an incredibly humbling response from someone who is one of the best to ever do it. And that is all on Tom Brady. Now let's move on to the next celebrity.
In the interview, Jay, the drummer of Slipknot, I choose Jay because Slipknot is my favorite band of rock metal, and I choose the drummer because I like a lot of the drums. I think it's a very important part of the rhythm to the music, and I found a video so interesting. Jay was interviewed by a kid, and he made interesting questions. The kid said that Jay is fond of Gojira. The kid asked about Jay band's partners, and Jay said that Sid is spontaneous, and Jay said that Mick is powerful. Finally, Jay said that he loves his partners, his team. When Slipknot made a concert, they always use masks. They always use masks. And Jay, in the interview, Jay said that he loves to use his mask, and he feels better when he uses it. The kid asked if Jay like a Metallica, and Jay said that he liked Metallica. The kid asked about the favorite color of Jay, and Jay said that his favorite color is the purple. And Jay said that his favorite band is Neurosis too. In one moment of the interview, Jay said that he hates the violence. In the last part of the interview, Jay said that he loves recycle compost. In the interview, I said that Jay is a real good person. He's one person who is very peaceful and he loves to care the planet. I think that speaks very good about him. And his interviews show me that my favorite drummer of my favorite band is so cool for real.
I will talk about one of the two greatest football players of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo. The player came back to Manchester United in this season, and at the half of it, he went to an interview where he explained how he was feeling. At the beginning, he said that he was good. He said he knew better his body, also explaining the importance of the years of experience he have at this sport, when he said mature and experience can give him the possibility to understand his body and mind. We need to understand that Ronaldo haven't been in the club for the last 12 years. He had changed a lot and he confirmed it when he said he was a different person and player than he was when he first left the club. This was obvious, but the question we all want to know the answer is, was this change for good or not? Can he still do a good season? Questions that he also answered when he said, we're still capable to do a good season. He said that the team was like a second family for him. And the next question we answer is, How are they going to be successful? And he can answer that when he said that it's impossible to be successful without the mentality. He said that they were all there to make the team even better. He said they call Manchester United like that because they need to be united. But he also affirmed that they didn't play their best football in the last months.
Hello, everybody. I will be talking about the podcast La Cotorrisa. In this podcast, we can find Ricardo Perez and Slobodsky, who are the main character of this show. In the show, they talk about the anecdotes that the people on Facebook send them, and I think it's one of the funniest podcasts from all Mexico. Between the two, I think Slobo is the funniest one. One time they were talking about a show that they gave in Chiapas, and Slobo said that he was really grateful with all the people from Chiapas because on their trip they found a lot of really nice people that were followers of the show. They initiated the podcast during the quarantine and they worked on it for a really long time. 2 years later, we can see the product of their effort, having one of the most successful podcasts from Latin America. In the show, they talk about the anecdotes that the followers send them, and they make jokes about everything. One time, they were talking about explosives and fireworks, and Ricardo said one of the funniest phrases that I have ever heard. He said, in Mexico, you always know a person who has lost at least one finger because of the explosion of the fireworks. Another phrase that made me laugh a lot was that Ricardo was talking about people with Down syndrome. He said that his cousin with Down syndrome always asked for Mickey Mouse puppets, and when he always saw one, he would always run to grab it. I think that one thing I like the most from they are that they are really grateful with their followers because thanks to them they are what they are now. Finally, the last part of the show they talk about news. And one time Slobo was talking about this new statue of Eugenio Derbez in Cancun. And he said that the people were really mad about this new statue of Eugenio Derbez and they were so mad that they even take it down.